Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Kathy King. I'm Associate Director of Communications and Brand at NACD, and I'm so fortunate today to be joined by my colleague, Marcel Bucsescu, who is Vice President of Strategic Engagement at NACD. We are finishing up the first day of NACD's Director Summit Conference, and it's just been a great day.
Incredible. And Kathy, delighted to be here with you. I'm glad we could find the time to share a little bit about what's been going on site here at Summit this year.
Anything catch your attention or have any aha moments this year?
I mean, where do I start, right? The day's been just back to back with incredible ideas, insights, conversations, speakers. Again, the energy of when you get this kind of a community together and to have the conversations that should be had, that need to be had, it's just incredible. And I think for me, it really underscores the importance of creating that space for people in the boardroom. Fundamentally, the role of a board can't be done from behind the desk. You've got to be there talking, learning, sharing ideas, getting inspiration. And that's been a wonderful part of today.
And we're able to do this with about 1,500 attendees, so it's really quite impressive just to see all the dialogue, the peer-to-peer ideation, small groups, large groups. It's really quite fascinating to see. And it's my first summit too, so it's really a lot of fun.
Welcome to Summit then, yeah. Kathy. It's actually my fifth. I did the first couple virtually, but being back in person these last few years and seeing it grow and more people participate has been really rewarding. But again, really energizing, and I've been in this space for about a decade, a little more, and I'm learning a new thing in every conversation, and that's good for us, that's good for our boards, good for our companies, good for our economy, and that's really what we try to do. And I mean, how much work it takes to put something on like this for 1,500 people, and I think is a real testament to NACD and the team here, and the mission we have to support our members, but also to support the broader board and business community.
Right. Well, today's another exciting day because we launched our Blue Ribbon Commission report on the the oversight and governance of technology and data. And a big thanks goes out to our commission, co-chaired by Nora Denzel and David Kenny. Any insights you'd like to share with our audience about the report?
Well, I don't think I can possibly do it justice right now. I mean, all I can say is folks should go check out the executive summary. I know there's a webinar you're going to share information about. But we started the morning hearing from our board chair and our CEO on the state of the current environment, the state of boards, which really was a great setup to the conversation then that Nora and David had. As you mentioned, they were co-chairs of the Blue Ribbon Commission. And, if you step back and you think about it, NACD has been putting out these Blue Ribbon Commissions now for over 30 years. And in this environment, that's kind of an incredible history, but also continuity in helping to establish clear guideposts for boards. And by the way, as you mentioned, there was an incredible commission that was brought together. And so this is really driven by the individuals that are having to make these decisions in the boardroom, right? People with real world experience looking to codify it and share it. And so that's a really important piece of this that we need to understand. And we want to make sure that people use that to help shape discussions. A few things that stood out for me in their conversation, if I may.
Please.
I mean, I think the first is that AI, we need to see how that plays out. It was across a lot of the topics today, a lot of the sessions. There's a lot of interest in it, and that's good. And we've got, folks going downstairs and really getting hands-on with AI in our Insight Hub. But there's a broader context here in which boards are operating, and that is that technology and data are part of our fabric now. They are part of our business, part of our life. And whether it's AI or the next thing, boards really need to evolve now to incorporate that into their strategic planning, their risk management, their own skills and competencies. And so the Blue Ribbon Commission does a great job through their report of laying out some of the guidance for that for boards. So that's really important, number one. Two is, and this was a theme throughout the remarks as well, is how important, especially in this environment where there is so much dramatic change, uncertainty, opportunity, that companies and boards really need to lead on this, stay grounded in their mission, their purpose, their values. And those, some people sort of dismiss those words, but we heard that throughout the conversations today as really helping to ensure a good decision making that helps bring organizations and therefore our economy forward in the right way. And on that point, I think David Kenny said it really, really well in a call on the part of the report, really to boards to really step up and lead as stewards of trust in this environment. And so, a really aspirational call there, but a really important one for us to consider. And again, I want to encourage people to take advantage of the report and the resources and to access it. And I think you had some information about a webinar.
Yeah, we have a webinar for NACD members on October 15th. So if you are a member, please go to our website and register for that. We do have a 2-page executive summary available to the public on our website. And if you are at Summit, of course, you can pick up a copy of the report here. And of course, it's online for our members as well. So to wrap up, Marcel, what is catching your attention tomorrow or Wednesday? We've got a lot going on over the next day and a half, but anything you'd like to share with our audience?
Well, I mean, there's a few pieces here. One is, again, the incredible conversations that are happening in the sessions, but also at the receptions and in the hall room. And that really continues to be a focus for me. And I just look forward to getting out and speaking with as many of our members as I can and hearing what's top of mind for them. Tomorrow, if we just think about main stage, not even the other sessions, I mean, we're going to hear from James Gorman. We're going to hear from Maggie Wilderauer. 2 incredible business leaders, absolutely, in my view, and hearing their perspective on the current environment and how they see the path forward. I'm really looking forward to that. And then, of course, we have George Kurtz coming from CrowdStrike to speak tomorrow. Another really important perspective, and one where I hope we can all learn together on how we go forward from learning from events that transpire. And then, of course, on Wednesday, we'll be hearing from Bill Gates and what's not to look forward to there. Plus the numerous panels that'll go on where, I mean, yes, there's the big picture, there's the connecting the dots, but it's equally important to think about the specific roles and decisions that boards need to make day in and day out. And so getting really deep on topics ranging from strategy and risk management to CEO selection and executive comp. I mean, all the issues that play out in the boardroom, making sure that we're challenging ourselves, thinking and sharing on those fronts. And so I'm just going to try to sit in as many of those conversations as I can.
That's great. Well, obviously, there's a big reason why we have 1,500 people attend Summit, and it just continues to grow and get better and better. So, Marcel, thank you for joining me today. Thank you, everyone online joining me, and we look forward to having you reach out if you have questions about NACD, the Director Summit, or our Blue Ribbon Commission report.
Thanks, Kathy.
Thank you.